Hello, my friends, and welcome to Chris's Occult Corner. Hopefully, you can hear me this time. Um, this is not going to be the all video. I'm going to redo that at some point. I had a note that was left on my YouTube page that said that you could not hear me and that I was an idiot or something like that. That was the second one, and actually the first one I actually cut off most of my head in that video. So, and I've been doing YouTube videos for like 20 years now, so I'm really good at it. My baby kitty's here, relaxing with me. I don't know if you can even see her, but I have been reading this book, and as you know, I've been going along on this journey, trip into esoteric knowledge, occultism, whatever. And a lot of it revolves around maybe ideas or questions about the soul and the spirit, and do they exist, and consciousness and all that stuff, which is why I'm reading about biocentrism and picked up this book, The Physics of Consciousness, which, I mean, the guy who wrote the book, I don't believe that he's, any major philosopher or anything like that. It's an interesting idea, again, very close to the Kabbalion or biocentrism, which talks about consciousness all going back to this one point that we are all from this point of consciousness. And even though we have individual lives and all of these things, our aspirations in life are to get back to this one energy point, this one all. In this book that I just showed you, the gentleman even refers to this life that we are in right now as being like the deadest life that you can have. And basically that life is really the consciousness. And that when you die, all of your experiences and all of those things are all fed in to help elevate this consciousness. And I might not even be that this is what I've taken from this book. One thing about consciousness and spirit and dying and all of those things, and actually more about the consciousness, and that's like ever since the 60s, 70s New Age movement, there's been this talk of an awakening, of a spiritual awakening, and the world is going to awaken, and we're going to, evolve from all of this ridiculousness that we are involved in currently as humans on this planet, but it's not happening. So now the thing is like, in the 70s there was going to be this consciousness awakening. In the 80s there was going to be this consciousness awakening. 2012 was going to be the consciousness awakening. It just keeps, it's like any of those other religions that talk about the end of the world. Like they just keep on, it's coming. Next year, oh, no, we were wrong. 5 years from now. And then it just keeps on pushing and pushing and pushing. I look around at the world and I don't want to be a pessimist, but I think I talked about this in another video, that as humans, as animals that were either created or evolved on this planet, it is inherent in us, in life, even, cells, whatever, that we compete against other organisms, or species, or animals. Like we kill animals to eat, animals kill other animals to eat, plants choke out other plants. It's just that it's ingrained within this planet and our evolution that we take. And there's this idea that there's going to be this consciousness awakening and everybody's going to live in peace and harmony and there'll be no more, this and that. It's just, yeah, I don't get it. So that was one point that I wanted to bring up. And I did kind of bring up in that all video that I ended up taking down for now. So yeah, and then just on the point of consciousness and the spirit, and I don't want to bum people out. I don't want to, this is just something that I've come to a realization, and I don't know what it means. I don't know the science behind it, so I really don't know what I'm talking about. But we talk about people that have out-of-body experiences, that have that can astrally project. Not proven by science. Some say it has been proven by science. But my thing is when, and I'd been under anesthesia for several operations. One when I was a baby, so I don't remember. I had my feet operated on, I had toes reconstructed, and they knocked me out for that. How come and how does the anesthetic put the soul to sleep? Because when you're under anesthesia, like they tell you to count backwards, and then you're usually out before you even reach 8, and then you just wake up, and you're just like, there's no, like it is like a switch. There's no space. Like when you go to sleep, you close your eyes, you kind of know when you fell asleep, and you know you wake up, and you have that, you know, that kind of that feeling of time passing, like because your consciousness is awake. But when they put you under anesthetic, you're out and you're gone. There is some people that have said that they've had out-of-body experiences while they've been under anesthesia, but that's just them saying. There's no way to prove that. And my experiences with that is, yeah, you're out and then you're back. And if that operation takes 5 hours, 3 hours, 20 hours, you will not have any recollection of, I mean, and again, your soul or your spirit, it's gone too. It's put to sleep by anesthesia. And when we talk about the soul and the spirit being outside of the body, and when you die and it leaves your body, so why, when you're under anesthesia, does it knock out your soul? That's my question. And if anybody can answer that, that would be super awesome. And that's about it for this video from Chris's Occult Corner. Like I said, I am going to go back to the all video and redo it again so people can hear it. Hopefully you can hear me all right this time. Sorry, I am a little sarcastic on that one. But it was my fault. I really didn't listen to the video anyway, so I should do that. Listen to the whole thing and make sure y'all can hear me and all that stuff. So anyways, take each day one day at a time. Get out there and ground yourself out in nature, and try not to sweat the big stuff. Try and go to sleep at night and kind of, as you exhale, let all of that stress and anxiety and pain drain out of your body. And when you inhale, inhale positivity, discipline, and happiness. And we'll see you sometime soon, my friends. Like, subscribe, and share